Sports Snippets, Dennis Sullivan. How in the world are you? It is Sunday night. Unfortunately, the Dolphins season has come to a close, 34-31. Wild card round, first round of the playoffs, tough loss. We'll go over the details of that with you. If you do like the content of this particular video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe as well to my channel. I will be reviewing other NFL playoff action in the next round, just offering my feedback, so check that out as well. What a loss. It was a tough one, guys. It was a tough one. Mainly because they were in it. I mean, the team was in it. The Dolphins were in this game, as we all saw, scoring 17 unanswered points. Are you kidding me? In the second quarter, to tie the game at 17? The drive of the game really might have been the Bills' drive right before the half to take a 20-17 lead. These teams would play even in the second half, 14 apiece. Final score, 34-31 Buffalo. My two main takeaways right off the top of my head is that the Bills, I mean, credit to them, they won the game, but I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a team throw so many long passes in my life in a game. I mean, they were time and time again going 40, 50 plus yards down the field. It worked both for and against the Bills, I think, and both, for that matter, worked both for and against the Dolphins, as the Bills would hit on a few big connections. You had the one to Diggs, Gabriel Davis with a few big catches. But then again, in the second half, it's almost like that's what kept the Dolphins hanging around, was that they weren't converting a lot, because these are low percentage plays. So credit to the Bills for doing what they had to do. That said on TV also, I mean, they saw the man coverage. They were being challenged in a way by the Dolphins to go deep. And they certainly did. I mean, I don't have a stat for you, but that's something to keep your ears open for, is how many long passes did the Bills throw in this game? There was a lot of them. And then my negative takeaway, I hate to start like this, though, with the Dolphins is, oh, man, I mean, for all the good things that happened in this game, and I mean, the defense stepping up at times when they had to. You have Jason Sanders making some big kicks. But Skylar Thompson and the clock management with the play clock, it was absolutely crippling in this game. They burned the timeout in the fourth quarter, and then that was just the beginning of it. Then we get called for delay of game in the closing moments of the game when it's 4th and a foot. Now it's 4th and 5 and a foot. Dolphins don't convert. Pass to Gesicki falls short. Looked like that one could have possibly been completed. It was a nice defensive play by the defense. But I tell you what, it was a tough one. Thompson finishes 18 of 45, 220 yards, touchdown, 2 interceptions. Neither team really would get drives going, if that makes sense. It was almost like if they didn't get a big play, it was an exciting game to watch. But I'm telling you right now, this wasn't exactly like textbook football where you're seeing long drives. I mean, the Bills, to their credit, were able to establish a little bit more of a running game. The Dolphins were not. I mean, they did try to run the ball. I'm not going to sit here like I have before and said that they abandoned the running game. It just wasn't going anywhere, though, this time. Jeff Wilson led the way, 23 yards rushing on 10 carries. He had the rushing touchdown in the second half. Jalen Waddle had a carry for 8 yards. Looked like he scored on that play, but they called him down at like the 1 foot line. Tyreek Hill, 2 carries, 5 yards. Salvin Ahmed, although he was more effective as a receiver, would have 5 carries for 3 yards. Thompson goes 2 for 3. Tyreek Hill leads the receivers, 69 yards on 7 catches. Ahmed out of the backfield, as mentioned. He was good out of the backfield receiving. 3 catches, 45 yards. Waddle goes 3 for 44. Durham Smythe 1 for 20. Gesicki went 2 for 15 in the touchdown in the second half. In the first half, the Gesicki touchdown. That was clutch. Wilson goes 1 for 13. Does the running back, Jeff Wilson, and Cedric Wilson also has a catch for 14 yards. Jason Sanders kicks 3 field goals with a 48-yarder as the long. Did a nice job. I thought some of the defensive players on the Dolphins as a plus were very, very effective. They were all over the place. Guys like Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips with his continued really good play. It's a lot to look forward to when you look at the Dolphin defense, the nucleus of the Dolphin defense being relatively young. Dolphins have something to look forward to. I mean, moving forward, this was a tough loss because they were in the game. They had a lot of possessions in the second half, but just couldn't put it together when it counted at the end. Josh Allen, I've seen him play much better than what he played today, although he did throw for 352 yards still and 3 touchdowns. He was intercepted twice, and he also lost a fumble. 3 turnovers for Josh Allen. Goes 23 of 39 in the process. Devin Singletary, James Cook did a pretty nice job. I mean, Singletary goes 10 carries, 48 yards. Cook, 12 for 39 and a touchdown. So that's like 87 yards on 22 carries. There's nothing wrong with that. That's like 4 yards a carry. Allen goes 4 carries, 20 yards, and he had the fumble lost. 2 guys that hurt the Dolphins in this game, Stefon Diggs and Gabriel Davis. Stefon Diggs, 7 catches, 114 yards. Davis goes 6 for 113 and a touchdown reception. Khalil Shakir, 3 catches, 51 yards. Cole Beasley, you look at the box score, Cole Beasley, 2 catches, 35 yards and a touchdown. If I didn't look at the box score, I would have said he had like 5 catches for like 70 yards and a touchdown. It seemed like he did more, statistically that is, because his involvement was definitely heavier in the second half. You saw his number called a lot more. They went to him more. Dawson Knox had the beautiful reception for a touchdown, 3 catches, 20 yards in the process. Quentin Morris goes 1 catch for 12 yards. Naheem Hines 1 for 7. The Bills will more than likely host the Bengals next week. That's assuming the Bengals defeat the Ravens. If the Ravens win, then I believe the Bills would then host the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think the Bengals will lose, but that's just I'm not one of these guys that picks games and all this stuff. But I'll tell you what, everyone on television, guys, and the radio for the most part, thought this would be by far the most lopsided playoff game of the year. And it was anything but that. The Dolphins showed a lot of fight. Coach McDaniel and his staff definitely get credit. And I don't use the word kudos very often, but I think that word would apply to this coaching staff that did a good job getting the team to play. They did. They seemed like the good motivators. Lot to work on in the off season. Where are they going to go? In a few areas, kind of remains to be seen. Mostert's not. I couldn't believe he's 30 years old. He was unable to play today. That didn't help. Hill and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle were the 3rd receiving tandem in NFL history that finished with more than 3,000 yards or more. That's amazing. Congratulations to them. They had an amazing year. And Tua played well this year, as we all know. Certainly wish him nothing but the best health along with the other Dolphins and Bridgewater and Mostert, of course, and everyone else who was unable to play. So what are you going to do, guys? It'll be interesting remainder of the postseason. Enjoy that because I will as well. I'll be back next weekend. We'll talk a little bit more football. I want to give my insight on a few of these games. So we'll have some fun with that. So until now, let me know what you think. Dolphins finished 9-8 regular season with a first-round playoff loss. Once again, 34-31 in Buffalo to the Bills. Sports Snippets with Dennis Sullivan saying, I'll see you, yes you, very soon. Bye for now.